There's a reason why they've been pushing, oh, go to college, you gotta go to college. That's the American dream. It's literally just to keep a system in place that they created, because in reality, there are 3 forms of income: earned income, investment income, and business income. However, the only thing that Americans are taught in school is earned income. And out of those 3 forms of income, earned income is the worst form of income. So let's get into the reasons why. By the end of this video, you will see exactly why they push college on you and why now the market is failing. They are telling you, you know what, we changed our mind. College don't even matter. We don't mean that. You won't need it. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe here to my channel, and once you subscribe, be sure to click that bell notification so you're notified every single time I post another video. And if you're watching this on Instagram, there are 3 forms of income: earned income, investment income, and business income. However, it's kind of funny, in the United States, the only thing they teach us about is earned income. And we believe that the higher you get in the field of earned income, the better you are and the more well off you are. Well, in reality, the more money you make, the worse off you are. So easier way to put earned income is anything that you do where you trade time for money. So if you go somewhere and you do a service for a certain amount of time, they pay you an hourly rate, you get a check cut, boom, that is earned income. Now, the reason that earned income is the worst type of income is because with earned income, you get your money after the government takes their cut. Before you ever get your check, the government is going to first take out federal taxes, Social Security, Medicare, and state and city tax. You're in one of those big, huge skyscrapers and getting your money and stuff. They pay about 51% in taxes. That is the way that the tax code works for earned income. When it's earned income, you get your money after the government takes their money out. When it comes to earned income, the more money you make, the more money you pay in taxes. That's how the tax code works. But let's go ahead and get into investment income. So with investment income, it's you basically get paid in dividend stocks. That basically means, you know, you invest your money and then you make money back from that investment. And most of the time with that, you get paid once quarterly. Now, remember, I said with earned income, if for somebody all the way at the top, a person living the American dream, they pay 51% in taxes. But guess what? When it comes to investment income, the tax bracket is anywhere from 0 to 20%. Get into it. 0 to 20%, closer to the 0. You also make money with capital gains. That is when you sell your investment for profit, okay? So you make money off of that, and once again, you pay taxes on that, but that's anywhere from 0 to 20%. Next, we have business income. Now, as you know, this is my favorite one, and we'll get into why. Now, with the business income, this is my favorite one, and honestly, I feel like it's most people's favorite, because with business income, you pay your taxes after you pay your expenses. For example, a hairstylist that's doing stuff the way that she's supposed to be doing it. You know, let's say you make $100,000 that year. Yeah, $100,000 sounds like a whole lot of money, but you have booth rent, you have the products that you buy, you have the system that you use to operate your booking, and so many other things. You can write those off on your taxes and you pay that monthly. So after you add up all of your expenses, then you pay your taxes on the money that you have left over. We are not taught any of these things. We're not taught any of these things in school. We are taught to go after and to pursue earned income. We are taught to go to school and get diplomas and take out loans before we're even old enough to buy alcohol, to get a degree, to pay the most we can possibly pay in taxes. That is how it goes. And see, the thing that we don't even understand is how the system works, because what they did, they created a system of worker bees. The reason that earned income is the worst out of the 3, not the worst ever, just the worst out of the 3, it can only go so far. It has a cap. If you're trading time for money, there are only 24 hours in a day, so you can only work so long. Even if you're doing hair and you get an assistant, you get 3-4 assistants. At the end of the day, there are only so many people. Even if you got 5 assistants, there's still a cap. There are only so many heads you can do in one day. It comes to an investment income, there is no cap whatsoever. And when it comes to business income, there is a cap if you do not learn how to scale. And most of the problem with hairstylists and different people that are self-employed that work for themselves, they do not know how to scale their business on social media when it comes to YouTube and when it comes to Instagram and followers and likes and all of that. Everybody is so intensely focused on the vanity metrics that no one pays attention to, okay, now that I have an audience, now that I have their attention, how am I going to make it so that I can work smarter and not harder? And I'll use myself as an example. That is why I made a decision like, okay, I'm gonna step back because I could see the different changes that were happening in the cosmetology field. I am retired from doing hair. I mean that I am no longer doing hair for money. I'm done, you guys. When you go on social media, you see there are a lot of really cocky hairstylists. People are getting arrogance based on land that they are renting. You are renting property on someone else's land. It is a borrowed platform. That's why at any time YouTube or Instagram can make a change and it will alter the way that things are working on your property. If you are a hairstylist or if you have a business and an audience and a customer base in one area, it's really important that you create a funnel, because as you can see from the state that the world is in today, there is always a time where something can stop or something can happen and you have no control over it. The rich make the poor or middle class or kind of sort of high class think that the way to happiness and the way to obtain money is to trade time for money, where in reality they're doing the exact opposite. Not all of the time, but for a business to run, businesses need investors, i.e. Shark Tank and different things like that. With investment income, you have investors that invest in a business. For their business model to work, they need people who earn their income. They need the people with earned income. Investor invests in the business and the business employs the people who work for earned income. That's just how it works, you guys. You have sharks and you have fish. Sharks tricked the fish into believing that they were the sharks. Like the faster you swim and the higher you swim up, the better you are. But in reality, the higher you go, the more you screw yourself, because the more money you make, the more diplomas you have, the more certifications you have, the more money you're paying with taxes. That's how it goes. And most of the people that are the millionaires and billionaires that are saying, hey, go to college, most of them didn't even finish high school. Sometimes it's really hard for, you know, people to want to share certain things, because anytime anyone says anything contrary to the way that they brainwashed us, they're attacked. So a lot of people just decide to sit back and say, you know what, I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Because I remember the first time I told you guys, this isn't the first time we talked about it. Remember when COPA came and they shut down a whole bunch of people that had children's content, and it was so crazy because I remember when YouTubers were going through this. These are YouTubers that were making like $30,000 a month and they had bust their ass to get there. YouTube is a lot harder than it looks. If anybody could do it, everybody could do it, but only a couple of people do it because everybody can't do it. People was like,
oh well, YouTubers gotta get a real job. Oh well, now they gonna have to get a real job. Oh well.
I remember that. And then before that, I remember when my Instagram got hacked and deleted, and then other people that I know's Instagram got hacked and deleted. Everybody was like,
oh well, that ain't no real job. That's why you need to get a real job with social media.
So now businesses, instead of businesses spending money on employees to ring up stuff, they're spending money on promotion. Who is going to promote it? The influencers, the YouTubers, the people that everybody's been talking about. This isn't to take shots at anyone, but I just really want us all to pay attention to the way that we think, and all of the tables are turning, and they're like, okay, now your diploma doesn't matter anymore. So all of the people that make those nasty comments now are like, okay, well, I want to start a business. I'm going to start my own online business. And they're contacting all of the influencers that they were talking about. I don't know how many of you follow me on Instagram. If you don't, then you should. And if you already here watching me on Instagram, I wish you would. I made a post about starting a directory, and once I made the directory, I told people to go ahead and send me their information so I can add them to the directory. Messages that I got was like,
hey, I sell soap. Follow me. I make logos. You want one? If you do, follow me. I do hair. I sell bundles.
Listen, that is not how you run a business. I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but understand that black businesses is not something that just popped up out of tomorrow yesterday. Black businesses didn't just come out yesterday. Black businesses been here since the big. Remember Madam C.J. Walker? After Madam C.J. Walker made the pressing comb, they was making all types of pressing greases and stuff like that. You would see a product made by a black person and a product made by another company posing as a black person. And what they would do, they know business. So they would make the price point cheaper, and you will go with the cheaper product. Now everybody's like, oh yeah, support black businesses. But when black businesses have been around forever. But we were not supporting each other like that. We don't give each other the same type of love and respect that we give other brands and other businesses. We do not. We do not. If a black business owner makes a mistake because they're just starting out, and you know they're not, like, yeah, you order something online through Amazon, yeah, you're gonna get it in 2 business days. They have a huge factory, but here this small black business is starting, and it's been 3 business days instead of the 2 that they said. And then you go write a Yelp review, file a dispute, and a bottle comes broken, and instead of you writing in and waiting for them to get back to you, you go and you write a review for them on the Better Business Bureau, calling them out of their names and everything. Now that everyone else around the world is losing their jobs, the way that we had to deal with stuff, now the world has to stop, and everybody's like, oh, where in reality, black businesses have always been around. Always. Taraji just came out with a product line, right? Instead of everybody selling, even though I've seen amazing things about Taraji's hairline, right? I have seen more review videos for Taraji's line than I've seen review videos for any product. What is mind-boggling to me is how the black community loves, everybody wants to support black businesses, right? We love black businesses, but Taraji, who is clearly a black woman, Taraji Cookie, majority of people that made those videos didn't even have a YouTube channel. They're like, this is my opportunity to get some views. Let me make this video and say I don't like Taraji's hair products and stuff, instead of privately writing in and saying, hey, I really like the products. I see where Taraji was going, but maybe you can add some of this, or maybe you can add some of this. I can guarantee you, if Taraji or if any business was to get that type of feedback from someone saying like, hey, the product was good, but it made my hair feel dry, then they would be able to work with you. And you email it with respect. Instead of saying, oh, B, I don't like this. This is ridiculous. This is why I don't support black businesses and all of that stuff. That's been going on for years. So now everyone wants to start a black business, and now they want the people who have already started black businesses, who have been fighting with the consumers of black businesses, to now teach them everything that they've learned. That's not how this goes. I do still use a lot of products that are not black owned. When it comes to business, understand that even though things look one way, it's never that way. Like I said, I hope you don't take it personally, but just being real, black businesses did not just come around yesterday. Like, they've been here though, like, for a minute. guys, we need to make sure we're getting our house clean first, because as you embark on these business endeavors, understand that it's not easy. One of the main things in business, especially when you're on social media, you got to make it look real good. So all of the people that you know of in business that you follow on social media, they make it look easy. It is not easy at all. You take a whole lot of losses before you end up winning. And most people who have been in business have taken so many losses that it's almost a slap in the face when you ask them for a cheat code without trying to pay for it. When it comes to the whole formula thing, one of the hardest parts about building a business previously, and this isn't for people starting a business now, this is when everybody was like, oh no, that ain't no real job. You need to get a real job, get 401k, get pension, get this, get that. You get job security. Most entrepreneurs, YouTubers, influencers, whatever word you want to use, have to fight past everything and all of the discouraging words of everybody else before they could even center in and focus on what they wanted to do. I really hope I wasn't saying that to rant on, but just if you can get in a mind frame to understand that this is not going to be easy, to understand that if you reach out to somebody asking them to put you up on game and they act like they don't want to tell you, don't get mad at them, because you don't know what it takes. And they like, girl, you have no idea. There's no cheat code. Take some L's. That's the cheat code. Lose some money. Lose some sleep, girl. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe here to my channel and turn on those post notifications so you can let YouTube know that you want to be notified every time I post another video. You simply cannot miss part 2 of this series, so subscribe.